Thank you for joining us today to discuss 21st century learning. In this quick overview, we are going to look at how learning has got to change for the 21st century. We're going to discuss what are the 21st century competencies and how do they apply to us, not only as educators, but as learners as well. To illustrate the fact that it is time for schools to change, let's look at how other devices over the last 100 years have changed. Here you see a watch 100 years ago and a watch today. Stay with me just a few more seconds. Here is a phone 100 years ago and a phone today. Here is a classroom 100 years ago and a classroom today. Not much change in the way we are teaching children, and that's what 21st century is offering us, a way to change the way we teach children. 21st century learning offers 6 dimensions. It increases opportunities for students to develop competencies, and it offers an elevator guide. Now, don't get me wrong, 21st century is not the solution to every problem that confronts the American educational system. 21st century learning offers teachers a way to think about and plan instructions and activities that help create student-centered learning. What is student-centered learning, you ask? That's a great question. I'm going to start by telling you what it is not. It is not handing out a worksheet to be completed by the student, nor is it having your student answer multiple choice questions on a computer. Student-centered learning takes the focus off of the teacher as a source of knowledge. Instead of students having to answer questions, students are the ones asking the questions. Is it really possible? Could we have individualized learning, engage students' curiosity, recognize and honor their creativity, allow diversity within our classroom? Washoe County School District has identified 6 dimensions of 21st century learning. Collaboration. Collaborate with others to discuss an issue, solve a problem, or create a product, rather than have students conduct the majority of their learning alone. Knowledge construction. Knowledge construction allows students to construct their own knowledge by applying critical thinking to generate ideas and understandings that are new to them, rather than reproduce and repeat established procedures. Real-world problem solving. It allows students to define and develop solutions to problems that are new to them and exist in the real world. Use of technology for learning. Students learn to use appropriate technologies in ways that are organic to the learning process, such as to construct knowledge or design products, rather than learn to use specific technologies. Most of our students know how to do that better than we do anyway. Self-regulation. Students regulate their own behaviors by engaging in long-term activities in which they are required to plan the process of their own work and improve it over multiple inertias using feedback from multiple sources, rather than merely to complete an assigned task. Skilled communication. Students are required to communicate skillfully. They use multiple modes to communicate in a coherent message to a particular audience. The 6 dimensions of 21st century learning provide educators with a launching point for planning instruction for learners who already live in a globally connected world. 21st century learning isn't just about technology, it's about teaching and learning. To wrap things up, I just want to say substantial research shows that student engagement often stems from meaningful tasks in which students have choice, creative voice, and a real audience. The whole point of 21st century learning is that we can better meet the demands of the Nevada Academic Content Standards when we give students opportunities to apply the 6 dimensions. In our next video, we will take an in-depth look at real-world problem solving and knowledge construction. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to see you again on my next video.